You are listening to Supplement Source, the official podcast of the Council for Responsible Nutrition. And now your host, Jeff Ventura.
Hello and welcome to Supplement Source. My name is Jeff Ventura and I am the Vice President of Communications here at the Council for Responsible Nutrition. I am so excited today to be joined by Gregory Drew, who's the VP of Innovation at VitaQuest. He is also part of the leadership team of VQ Cares, which is their philanthropic effort that we are going to talk about today. How are you, Greg?
Good morning. I'm awesome today.
Good. It's always good to be awesome on a Monday. Thanks so much for coming on our little show. We are so impressed with what you guys are doing. The Access Initiative that we have championed here at the Council for Responsible Nutrition certainly was up for a rejuvenation, as it were, and it's so incredible that companies like yours have really stepped into the fray and have really breathed new life into this initiative. Tell us a little bit about VQ Cares in a sentence. Like, what problem are you hoping to solve, and why start in New Jersey and New York?
So VitaQuest Cares is a charitable program of VitaQuest that manufactures and donates high quality vitamins for people who need them. It started off as a program for employees and families that evolved as a way to give back to our communities that we're now making nationwide. And we're based in New Jersey. We're a member of the communities in New Jersey where our manufacturing facilities are located, and we thought that was a great way to kick off the program.
Absolutely. And so tell me about the sort of origin story. When did the idea really crystallize? I mean, what pushed it from sort of a nice to have to a funded initiative with real production behind it?
Like I said, it started as a program for our employees, and it didn't stop. You know, we were giving quarterly multivitamins for our employees and their families. We were asked for more. And, we thought that, wow, people are taking them. We realized how we can really make an impact on health equity in our community, and further by just utilizing our own expertise and resources that we have as VitaQuest.
Yeah, such an important issue too. Any early champions it takes a team, right? I mean, it's not just one person, but any internal champions for you guys, someone who really kind of took the bull by the horns and said, listen, we need to put our money where our mouth is. We really need to be doing this. I'm just wondering what sort of sparks that passion. I mean, usually it's evangelists internally on a team that really push it over the finish line. Did you have that kind of, was that you, or, who was it, a team effort? I mean, how did you come to the conclusion that it was something that you all wanted to do?
Definitely a team effort, but the leadership at VitaQuest is incredible. It really started at the top with our CEO, Patrick Brugman, and our leadership team. And when I was asked if I would help head up this effort, I was so excited to participate. But to answer your question is, we know how easily we can make a real impact on people's health with free multivitamins. Millions of people struggle with access to essential nutrition, and VitaQuest has the resources, the expertise, and the desire to make a real difference. So, we asked ourselves, what can we do today? How can we contribute and make an impact? And we said, let's give back to our community. And that's really who VitaQuest is. When we make a decision like this, we moved forward really quick to kick it off.
Well, and what's interesting to me is you really not only are doing that for your community, but you're engaging with the community of your peers in the VMS space, which I think is really fantastic. Whereas, the tendency, I think, for a lot of organizations is to just, and not that there's anything wrong with this, but, to offer sponsorship dollars or philanthropic donation that's sort of a one and done kind of model, where if you get at the nuts and bolts of what you're doing, you're actually inviting partners to donate ingredients and provide funding, kind of giving them a turnkey manufacturing solution to enable them to give. So even if they're not a finished brand product company, they're even an ingredient supplier, you're saying, hey, we're open for business to help you also engage in the initiative. Tell me about that, because it really blew us away when we heard about this idea.
Yeah, if we do things right, I mean, VQ Cares is bigger than VitaQuest. It's really about, being a member of the community and a society and being a good commercial citizen. We partnered with the CRN Access Initiative really through the National Association of Free and Charitable Clinics. And this is an amazing organization, the NAFC. And essentially what they do is they operate and support over 1,400 free clinics around the United States. We've brought the NAFC as a partner to distribute these vitamins. And like I said, they give them away free of charge to adults and children in their communities who need them.
The opportunity that we saw when we engaged with NAFC as the CRN Foundation partner, I don't think we thought, at the time that we weren't thinking that as creatively as I think you folks were thinking, that you really kind of took it one step further and really programatized, if that's even a word. You turned this into an internal program that really, I think, has and will enable a lot more participation than, like I said, one of these kind of one and done kind of commitments. So kudos, because it really, I think, will make a lasting impact on what NAFC is doing. Talk about goals for me and sort of progress. So year one, what does year one look like in terms of your target and kind of distribution goal?
Yeah, so we kicked off the program this year in 2025, and we have a goal in our first year of donating over $500,000 worth of retail multivitamins throughout the United States.
That's fabulous. Okay.
And again, that's the thing that we're not just looking to do by ourselves, but by inviting other peers in the industry to support. And there are different ways to support: ingredient companies, other service providers in the dietary supplement industry, as well as customers and our networks of partners. It doesn't matter where you are in the supply chain. So essentially, if you provide ingredients that are used in multivitamins, there is a way to participate through ingredient donations. But you can also, we invite participation through financial donations and other ways to help us get more free multivitamins out to folks who need them. And companies that partner with us and contribute, company names and logos would be put on those multivitamins that are distributed, and also make available to those partner companies and their employees.
That's terrific. Yeah. And I mean, the backstory on just, how we came to even find NAFC, we're vetting potential organizations to interact with in terms of the CRN Foundation. We really chose them in part because what you had mentioned earlier, the national reach that they have is so incredible that, to add on to that, the ability for more companies to actually get involved between the expansive sort of geographic reach that NAFC has and now you folks enabling other companies to sort of plug in to that on the production side. It really is kind of a powerful combination. What will success look like for you on year one, or really after year one, let's say?
Just kicking off the program is such a great feeling and feels successful. This is not something that VitaQuest is hoping to do. This is not something that we're planning to do. This is something that VitaQuest is actively doing. We've already shipped multivitamins to a number of distribution centers that will be available to folks in New Jersey and New York. We've gotten a request in St. Louis. And, we may have thought that this would start just as a local initiative, but with NAFC's reach and really excitement about what CRN and VitaQuest are doing, they're already promoting it to their partner clinics throughout the country, and we think it's going to expand really fast.
Wow.
So what does success look like? It looks like what we're doing right now. It's getting the product started, making it available. It feels pretty good.
Are you going to track anything? Are you going to measure impact? And then is there any plans for that? I mean, beyond the obvious, which is every time you engage a partner, that's certainly progress on its face. But is there anything else that you'll be tracking?
Yeah, well, we're working closely with the NAFC to track where donations go. Our goal isn't to limit or count every bottle. Our goal is to get as many free multivitamins out to folks who need them as possible. The NAFC just has a really credible network to be able to do that. So I think over the next months and certainly years, we'll be able to look at the growth of the program and see how it continues to evolve.
So this is really part of your corporate ethos, this culture of service. Tell me about that. Where has VitaQuest been with regard to that kind of commitment?
Yeah, VitaQuest is really big on our philanthropic and charitable campaigns and events, financially and through the volunteer efforts of our staff. This effort of the VitaQ vitamins through the VQ Cares program is a new initiative that we just launched in 2025. But we at VitaQuest participate in a number of other charitable activities throughout the year. Most recently, participating in 9/11 Day here in New York City, where about a busload of VitaQuest employees packed over 4,000 meals for, that get distributed for folks who, risk going hungry. We also
VitaQuest employees show up.
We show up. We show up sometimes in larger numbers than even expected, and
that's great.
And that's okay. We support our employees who support our efforts. We get involved in annual coat drives every year through other New Jersey organizations. We do 5K runs that support women's efforts, participate in other industry-related programs like Vitamin Angels. And there are many more, that we have slotted in the next few years where we can, continue to make a real impact.
Amazing. So when you talk about the hopes for future partnerships and participation, or let me just sort of focus it down even further. Let's imagine a call to action. If a supplier, let's say, was listening today and they, wanted in, what's the single most valuable contribution that they could bring to the fore for, to plug into this? I mean, is it specific ingredients that you need? What is it? I mean, is it just raise their hand and the willingness to participate, and then the rest kind of falls into place?
Well, with this program, there's two key ways to support. One is by donating ingredients that are used in multivitamins.
Okay.
And the other is to provide financial support through the VQ Cares program. Mm-hmm. That's not to say there aren't other ways to participate. We're open to anything we can do to increase the impact we're having through this effort.
That's great. Well, listen, this is near and dear to me, in the sense that, I also, am the CRN touch point to the foundation. And so, I feel a sense of, ownership, if you will, in many respects over the Access Initiative, and to have partners like you guys, step up to the plate, and really not just think of yourselves and your role, but to offer to help others find a way to participate, is really, I think, the unique value proposition that VitaQuest has brought to this engagement with NAFC. And I just want to say, on behalf of CRN, a big thank you to you guys for all of the support and the creativity behind that. I think that what you've come up with here is a real winning formula, and I think there's going to be a lot of people who benefit from it. So thank you so much. And I just want to thank you, Gregory Drew, for joining us here on Supplement Source. You are welcome back anytime. Greg Drew, the VP of Innovation, and a key member of the VQ Cares leadership team. We thank you for coming on.
You're welcome. And thank you, Jeff. We really value our relationship with CRN and NASC. And make no mistake, this is a long-term commitment that VitaQuest is making to ensuring health equity and essential nutrients are available to everyone. And we invite the CRN network to participate. Just reach out. You can visit our website, vqcares.com, and we look forward to growing together.
As do we. Thanks again, Greg Drew, and have a good day.